One of Britain's most popular walks, which extends from the Irish sea coast in Cumbria all the way across the Yorkshire Dales and all the way to the east coast, is being adapted as an official national trail. Now, the 190-mile route has now been fully signposted with extra rights of way granted. Danny Savage has been for a stroll.
In a village on the west coast of Cumbria is the beginning of a very long walk. One that has become so popular, it's now been made into a national trail. The first few days are a traverse of the Lake District. These are probably the hardest yards, although a lot of work has been done to make it easier, like thousands of flagstones to tackle erosion from all those boots from around the world.
The Coast to Coast has got an international appeal, so whenever you're out and about, you're meeting people from America, from Canada, from all across the globe in reality. And it's the best of showcasing the best of the UK.
It was the famous fell walker Alfred Wainwright who created the walk over 50 years ago. He wrote the definitive guidebook from west to east.
And it seemed to be the natural way. I mean, if you're reading a book or if you're writing a letter, you're working from west to east. And that's the way it was on the map.
And in a nod to Alfred Wainwright, his initials are on every single one of the new signposts.
Accessibility has been improved too, with new gates and bridges.
Well, I mean, Wainwright's shoes, it's really special. He might have walked in boots, I roll on rubber. But I love it. And it is really special. The Coast to Coast, it was one of the walks I wanted to do before I unfortunately can't walk very well anymore. So just to be able to do a bit, it's really special.
At the official launch today, a special stone was unveiled, which will be installed at the halfway point in Swaledale. Mark has walked the Coast to Coast 9 times. He's a guide and loves the variety of landscape.
At the end, you've got a group of friends, and it's all about those experiences, and you reach the North Sea, and it's really emotional. There's people in tears, and it's really, quite fantastic experience.
After crossing the North York Moors, the journey ends in Robin Hood's Bay, at the bottom of a steep road outside the bar of the Bay Hotel.
If you've not gone in the pub, you've not finished the walk.
Brian says the trail is now a vital part of the local economy.
Because of the way the economy is at the moment, then an increase in footfall like that will be very welcome.
And of course, the final steps of this Coast to Coast journey are down to the seashore.
To dip your boots into the water at the far end of the trail. And this is the sort of countryside that the Coast to Coast passes through. This is Swaledale behind me. It's around the midway point, and the path comes in over the top of that hill there, through those green patchwork of pastures there with their stone walls, down into the village of Reeth, which is where many people stay for the night. And already looking ahead to this season, there is at least one business there that's almost booked up all the way through already for walkers passing through. And this £5.5 million investment is expected to be paid back plus a lot more into the economy over the coming years as people stay. And that's, of course, all down to this guidebook that Wainwright wrote back in the early 1970s that people still use to this day as a guide for heading along it. So I think over years to come, a lot more people will be heading out along the Coast to Coast to see what it's actually like to do as well. Clive.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. Danny Savage in Swaledale. Many thanks, Danny.